All right, good morning. This is Miss Winters, and I'm here to give you a tutorial upon the expectations, upon how you're going to be able to write a descriptive portrait. The first thing that you need to do is you need to ensure that you choose a person of interest that you are familiar with and who's important to you. It could be a celebrity, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. But what's most important is your familiarity within that person. Okay. So the person that I've chosen is my grandmother, Carolyn Christine Gray. Okay. And try to choose a photo that you feel kind of encapsulates his or her personality once you select your person. All right, so moving forward, again, the goal is to actually write a 2 to 3 page description of someone who is familiar and important to you. So here's the exemplar. You will get your own template. It will be blank, of course. You're going to go ahead and at the top, make sure that you place your title, a descriptive portrait of, and then whomever that person's name is, okay? So for the beginning, number 1, we have describe what you see in regards to the person's looks, clothes, or mannerism. Should be mannerisms. Let me correct that, okay? Mannerisms. All right, so here we go. And you're free to write in first person. I decided to write in first person as well, but primarily I wrote in third person. So it's kind of mixed. We're not really too concerned about whether you switch or not. The concern is that we are able to describe the actual person, okay? All right, so at 4 feet and 11 inches, my grandmother's attitude is the size of a New York skyscraper. Her stern strut alone reflects power inside or outside of the house. Yet her sweetness is equivalent to her caramelized complexion that lingers like Werther's original candy. I remember seeing her in church adorned in a blue pinstripe shirt with a netted hat tilted to the side like a pancake. Her lips were perfectly glazed like a Krispy Kreme original donut as she stood in all of her Sunday glory. Beautifully, her pupils motion like shots of espresso as she glances at me from time to time, smirking with a warm expression. That warmness comforted me more than the heavy breeze transmitting from the colorful variation of church fans. Okay, so again, right here, I'm literally describing, her complexion, hints upon what she looks like. Her shirt, I probably want to go back and change it to a blazer now after reading this. Again, it's a rough draft, okay? But I'll just keep it neat for now, okay? But yes, okay, I'm just describing, how she expresses herself, her mannerisms, the way that she's looking at me. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be, in the future. I mean, not the future, I should say in the past. Well, technically it would be, but you know what I mean? Like you don't have to fixate on one event. You can fixate on multiple events, okay? So I'm not gonna read the rest to you, but the rest is pretty self-explanatory. The second paragraph describe either how the person feels physically, school appropriate, of course. We're talking about maybe their hair, their hand, their head, some cases, maybe their beard, the environment, or any objects this person may encounter, okay? Any objects that this person may encounter. Describe basically how it feels, okay? The third sentence encapsulates actually how that person sounds or sounds that this person is surrounded by, okay, or maybe even sounds that just in general. And then number 4, describe how a person's food tastes or the experience of food or other people's experiences in regards to his or her food. We're fixating on the sense of taste. And then lastly, describe a smell associated with that person or smells that you may encounter around that person or smells in their environment. And then we're done. So again, keep in mind that the first paragraph, that is your intro. The last paragraph, that is your outro. The intro begins with literally, what you see literally within that person, how that person looks and so forth. And then the end concludes with, you know, what smells are associated with that person as you are exiting this essay, or wrapping it up, I should say. Okay, so you'll submit those 2 items and you're done. Thank you so much. All right, and you'll have additional class time to work on this on class for the remainder of the week, but it will be due on Friday. Thank you.